Time again for the Candlepin Challenge, produced by CN8 in conjunction with the International Candlepin Bowling Association. Hi again, everybody, and welcome back inside the Woburn Bowlingdrome. John Holt with Dan Murphy and TRINA Fernandez as Steve Vadney goes for 3 weeks in a row as her champ this week.
We said last week, winning consecutive matches is really tough. It seems the third one is really tough. So Steve Vadney is in that chance to win the third one, but he's got 2 tough opponents coming up.
We'll get his thoughts in just a minute. To meet those opponents, we say hello to TRINA Fernandez. Hi, TRINA.
Thank you very much, Sean. Well, we've got a couple of old-timers here, but one that's not so old. Mark Ricci and Det Klein. Not that I'm implying that you're old at all, Det. How you doing, Mark?
Not too bad, Trina. How you been?
Great.
Yeah.
Good to have you back again.
Yeah, it's good to be back. You know, I missed all last season. Missed a roll-off by a tiebreaker of a pin, so things happen, though. I got lucky in a roll-off. Det and I won it.
So this could be your year.
I hope so.
All right.
Fingers are crossed.
Fingers are crossed. And Det, welcome back.
Thank you.
What are you going to do in this string to get past this young guy?
Well, it's a little bit of old guard and young guard, so we have to take care of, business and just hope I don't miss any shots. That's all.
You can't miss the shot.
He doesn't miss any shots, so I have to not miss any.
Well, it's only one string, so anything can happen.
That's right.
All right, great to have you both back again. Back over to you guys.
Thank you.
All right, Trina, thank you. Steve looking to make it 3 in a row. Dan has made the point. Sometimes that's the tough one to get. 2 in a row is one thing, 3 weeks in a row. How you approaching things?
Well, hopefully you can come right out of the gate and not be behind. That makes it easier, and we'll see what we can do and try to break that 2 streak into 3.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you.
We're back with the Challengers match right after this on CN8. We are back at Woburn as Steve Vadney shoots for a 3rd straight week as their champ on the Candlepin Challenge. First things first, though, that's the Challengers match. And Mark Ricci to go first. Det Klein, as he's seated, he will go second, a 1-game Challengers match. Mark, one of the big supporters of this show. When he's not looking to qualify and get on, he's regularly in the audience supporting his friends. Glad to have him competing this week. Drops 8.
Looking at the 3-6. Piece of wood next to the 3-pin that he's probably going to have to use. He certainly doesn't want to cap it. Oh,
got it.
Nice and high. Spare the first.
Over to 36. We use lanes 35 and 36 at the Bowlingdrome. Montvale Avenue here in Woburn. It's a fill of 7 for Mark Ricci.
5-7-10. The wood is not angled very good for the 7-pin either. Well, there's enough.
Got all 3. What a start.
I didn't think he had a shot at that because of the angle of the wood. Looked like it would miss the 7, and not only got the 7, but the 10 as well.
It's that old Candlepin axiom, everybody can make strikes. Who can make the spares? And right now the answer is Mark Ricci.
He drops the 7-pin.
Targeting that 10 for his first mark. Det, one of the Candlepin legends, still going strong.
Make it a 9-box, and quickly 8 pins down, and he's facing another mark in the 2nd.
Takes out all of them.
And his first mark, and it's a big one in the strike. Can we see a replay of that? Well, Mark is working on 2 in a row, chance for $50.
Yes!
And he does. 3 in a row.
Tremendous start. At 10, the last to go. Get a second ball as part of the fill. 7 pins still up. Targets the 10 and gets it. So Mark Ricci leaves up his first pin, but he's off to a terrific start. 64 through 4. Det following that strike in the second now. Right at the gut, left of the spread eagle. See Steve Vadney standing behind Det. He'll be next in the championship match. Another guy with a big reputation in Candlepin bowling, a Hall of Famer.
.33 through 3 for Det Klein, trailing by 21 pins through 4 boxes. 22 pins between 4 boxes.
Technicality there. Details, details.
Oh, he likes that lane 36. That's 2 for 2 and both strikes.
So Det not backing down by any means. Been a great start by Mark, but Det with 2 strikes to hang around.
You see the replay. 10 pin goes and then finally nudges the 9 pin.
He's a 10 pin away from his 4th mark, over 5 frames to open. Got it.
He's in the zone, as we would say. 4 marks out of 5 boxes.
On pace for a 148 at the moment, 74 through 5, plus this ball coming up, so better than that pace, above 150 at this point. That's 6 more. 80, 160 pace through 5.
One, 2, 4, and 10. Taking a look at it because the wood is rolling in between the head pin and the 10. Now it looks like it's rolled out far enough. It's probably not even going to be in play.
Cleaning up. He's left a single pin only. That was back in the 4th. He's at 90 through 6 frames. It's a big situation for Det. Wants to do better than that 6 fill he had off the strike back in the 2nd.
I think probably a double strike is in his mind someplace there too. That'll quickly get him back in this match. Again, a little heavy on the head pin, but got a good break on the 2 and the 4, and almost 10.
Double wood now in front of that 10 though.
He's trying to direct that front piece out of the way.
He'll have a clear shot at the 10 now. At least at the second piece of wood in front of the 10.
Very quickly cuts the lead to 11 pins at the halfway point. Anything over 6, he'll cut into that lead as well. It'll be right there.
These two important ones. Does not lose any in count. Loses one. So 9 opposite Mark's 10, and he is down 12 with 4 boxes to go. 90-78.
Three 6-10 on the right with the 4-pin.
Got the 3 only. Shoot at the 6-10. Take out those two, 4 and 9 box. He's a pin shy of the century mark at 99.
Well, he took out the head pin and the 8-pin.
Looking to avoid his first bad box of the match. He's come back to earth a little bit. Opened up the door for Dex. That is an 8. So 107 is Mark Ricci. Det 22 off that pace right now. 29, actually. 29 behind 107 with 2 boxes to catch up. Wow.
Big strike.
Big spot, his 3rd strike of this game. 2, 4, now in 7. First strike on lane 35 for Det.
Another one of these veteran bowlers. You have to beat them. You just can't get that lead and sit on it. So they'll keep coming after you. Det Klein working on a strike, trying to cut into a 12-pin deficit. .610 left, piece of wood in front of it. Wood is rolling out in front, though. I always hate the wood to roll that far out in front of the pins. Going to drive that piece of wood back into the 610.
His 5th mark. 4 marks for Mark Ricci. 3 came in a row. That was big. Det's got 3 strikes and 2 spares.
That gives Det the lead through 8 boxes by a pin plus the fill when he gets up there the final 2.
Mark's going to have to mark again here. One of these boxes, maybe twice.
4 horsemen left, 1, 2, 4, 7.
Got all 4. That is clutch.
Boy, the last few weeks we see some really clutch bowling, as you referred to, John. And people needed marks, they got marks, and this one wasn't an easy spare, the 4 horsemen. Looking for the big fill and another mark to force Det Klein to throw 1 of the final 2. Oh.
They keep going for the fill.
Got away
up
with
to
it.
7. Can he mark again?
Well, he's got the 1, the 2, and the 5, I believe. Piece of wood just to the left of the head pin might help, but he's got to catch the head. If he goes by the head pin, all bets are off. No, actually, the wood cost him the shot. Left the 2-pin. Great game, but will it be enough?
Putting up a good number at 134, 134. That's back 26, but he's got 2 frames plus this ball to count also in the 8th. That is a big fill, 9.
Making this mark, give him $50 and probably the match.
Yes. Mark Ricci's got to wonder what happened. What a terrific start he had. Put up a real solid score. But it won't be enough to edge Det Klein. That's right. It's a head shaker, no doubt. Det is hot right now. Marked in the 2nd, the 4th, the 5th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th. In position to do it here in the 10th.
And another $50.
The 6th box, the only time it didn't mark in the 4th frame on. It's at 146 and counting. Eight more. It's a 20-pin victory, 154-134 for Det Klein. Mark Ricci deserved a better fate, but he's out. Det moves on. We're back with the championship after this. We are back and ready to roll. Game 1 of our championship match. Steve Vadney, the reigning champ, will go first. He'll go second in game 2. Det Klein, the opponent. 2-game match. Take the combined score to crown a champ this week. Week 4 of our new season. With 36 weeks in the regular season and then a final show in the 37th week to crown a champ. With the top prize again this year of $5,000.
$5,000, yes.
That of course went to Jeff Surratt last season. We've seen from Steve Vadney, the Hall of Famer, the last few weeks. Very steady, allowed his moments, string a few marks together, and rarely has 2 bad frames together.
Not much extra movement after he throws the ball, body English, stuff like that. Just keeps within himself, and I've known him for years. It hasn't changed his style one bit. 1 and 2 left for Steve.
Picks it up. Spare in the 2nd. Det put up that 154 in the challengers match. Came on real strong from 4th box on. Det starting with a 9. Open for the first 2 is Det.
So our champ will take the early lead when he gets up to fill that spare in the 2nd.
Another 9. Steve is from Claremont, New Hampshire. That is a fill of 7. The head pin sliding a little to the left, but staying up. Nine box. 7 on the fill, 9 for the box. Box 4 for Steve. All 10 go down. Thank you very much. You can hear his rooting section. You can put it on the board. Yes, their chant or the reaction. So he's got 2 marks, a spare and a strike. Box 3 for Det. Half Worcester to the left. Three boxes, 3 open boxes for Det. $10. Det trying to recapture that form he had in the Challengers match when he put up the 154 opposite Mark Ricci. Good miss down the stretch.
A cluster of 5 in the center of the lane with a 10-pin piece of wood next to the 1 and the 2. Oh, the great off the wall spare. Great shot. Watch the wood come off the wall. 10-pin, 5-pin, 9 and 10. Great spare.
Seven go down. Second ball coming up in the fill for Steve following that strike in the 4th. And he goes spare on strike. No.
.63, the halfway point.
On to box 6, looking to build on that 63. It's just 1. Two, 4, 7, and 10 up.
.69. Now Det Klein would be filling that spare. Six on the spare. 744 through 4.
Open here in the 5th.
.50 at the halfway mark in his first game, trailing by 13 is Det Klein.
Coming up between games 1 and 2, we'll have the Strike Challenge audience participation segment with $450 on the line this week in our jackpot. Half Worcester to the right. Left at the 1, 4, 6, 7, 10.
Another one of those. Do you go for the head pin or do you take 2 in the corner?
How about all 5? Went at the head pin and got the right action. Wow, well done by Det. Back with more after this on CN8. Back in Woburn, 6 boxes into game 1 of the championship match this week. Steve Vadney and Det Klein. And it is the champ, Steve Vadney, with a 9-pin advantage as we head to box 7, 69-60. Eight go, 2 in the back row still left, 9 and 10. Over to his 8th frame now. Four, 7, and 10 remain.
And he wanted to get a piece of that wood after going after the 10-pin for the 4-7, but I mean for the yeah, 4-7. Missed the wood entirely. Gives him 88 though through 8.
Det to the 7th with a little catching up to do, though he's opposite 2 open boxes now. Pin away from a strike, good chance for a spare. He's got a clear path at the moment.
Not really. Well, he does, but it's
So
a slimmest.
Sliver. Not as clear as it looked.
Oh, that's a 9.
Put the wood in the channel.
I think you heard him say, oh no, as soon as he threw it, he knew it was going to be too far left.
Responds with a strike.
I know what he's thinking now. He says, boy, if I had that 7-pin back, would have been strike on spare, but
Steve knocking out the 2 and the 9. It's the half Worcester left. Same spot. Covers to get a 9 box. Up to 97 now.
Six-pin left. He get his 3rd mark of this game, and the first one since the 4th frame when he threw a strike.
And he delivers. One more ball coming up. Add to that total, it's a 107 right now. Seven more, 114. Det now in the 9th after he had a strike in the 8th. So this is a big spot.
Looking for the double. Everything but the 4-pin. Solid 9-pin drop. 2 in a row.
Can end with bonus money and, more importantly, have the lead. That is a fill of 6. $50 for third mark in a row. Oh, yes. And he's got one more coming up. Seven more. Det Klein taking the lead into the second game. 122 to 114. 8-pin advantage. Back with more after this.
Hello and welcome back, everybody. Well, it's time for the strike challenge, and we've got an old timer here, ERIK THORSTENSEN. ERIK, welcome back.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Well, you're here all the time, so it makes sense that you'd win a couple years in a row.
Well, first time was fine. It was a spare. Second time was a 9, I think. And this time, hopefully, a little better.
$450 if you can get that strike.
That will help.
Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's see if the third time's the charm for this guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Got his lucky shirt on today. There it is! 450! Oh! Third time's the charm indeed. All right. Look at the replay. No doubt about it. Pose with the check. He does log a lot of hours here at the show. We appreciate his support, and he's it's paying off. And with that, we reset the jackpot. 450.
Nice piece of change. 450 bucks.
Det taking an 8-pin advantage here into game 2 as he looks to dethrone the champ this week. Won't have a mark in the first box of game 2 though.
And an 8 it is. Missing it both times on the left-hand side.
As we look ahead down the line here this season, again, we'll have youth bowling coming up. Five weeks from now. And then our some of the top women's bowlers, Candlepin bowlers from the region, will be back with us too later in the year.
Nice try in the 5-10, trying to cut the 5 into that 10 pin. Didn't quite get it. So he'll be open the first 2 frames. And our champ, trailing by 8, will try to cut into that lead.
This would be 3 weeks in a row for Steve should he emerge victorious. He was the guy who had dethroned Jeremy Seaholm, who had won twice in a row. So Steve came into the picture.
Five, 6.
Just the king remains.
Look Like I said, he doesn't use much body English, but he did that time. He thinks he hit it exactly where he wanted to and didn't convert the spare. He picks up one and count.
Two in the back row still left. Both bowlers open here in the first two boxes. There's Ron, the former roller skating standout. As nimble as ever. CN8 recently conducted an archaeological dig, Dan, to dig some stuff up from, ancient times, and we came up with this photo.
Who is that?
He's
face with only a mother would love.
Handsome devil.
Wow. It has to be a long time ago. Out of the archives.
Dan,
great form, though.
Dan Murphy with mustache.
That's me, folks. I know, before and after, or somewhere in between. You can't show this crew anything. At least I wasn't in a tutu or something, Ooh.
We were looking for some color photos, but your heyday was black and white, I guess.
Oh, you guys are cruel.
No electricity either.
Oh no, we had that.
Oh.
Disappointing 4-box for Det Klein. Spread eagle and went through the hole twice. Not like him. 3, 6, and the 7.
Someone's got to mark at some point. These guys are too good not to. Now 6 boxes in between them without a mark. Here in the second game. Steve with the door open. Let's cut into that deficit. Five up, 5 down. Cluster to the right, and then the 7 pin.
Oh, that ball was heading towards the 7 pin too, and the wood deflected away. So he'll be open the first 3 as well in this second game. For Steve Vadney and I go back a long time. I'll have to tell you just about one match we had, and I'm not really pleased about talking matches I lost, but I did lose to Steve Vadney. We bowled in this New Hampshire State tournament 10 games, and I ended up averaging 149 for 10 games.
Jeez.
And lost.
That's
Steve
incredible.
averaged 153 for 10 games. So it was a memorable match, highest one ever that we can remember.
Is that back in the steroid era for Candlepin bowling?
No, there's no
seem
steroids.
like inflated scores.
That wasn't even a word back then.
Well, those are some great stuff to lose when you put that number up. Yeah. Over 10 games, it's no fluke.
No, I don't like to lose, but that one, not much you can do about it. You bowl the best you can, but we're both on fire, to say the least. Right now, he needs a couple of those marks. Trailing by 6, is it? Yeah, 6 spins now. Almost seems like whoever gets the first mark in this game might be the eventual winner.
Det drops 7, leaving the 2-4-6.
Trying to split the 2-4. Not quite.
Yeah, this game through 5.
Well under their average.
The total.
Yeah, well under their average. Slow start for both bowlers in this final game. Just a matter of who breaks out the quickest. 5 remaining for Det, 6 remaining for Steve Vadney. 4 horsemen plus the 10.
So there it is, coming in box 6 for Det, first mark of this game. Can Steve match it?
Half Worcester left.
Can pick up 1 and count with a 10. Inch a little closer. Now, though, opposite that spare. Left with the spread eagle, 2-4-7, 3-6-10. Not what you want, you're looking for a spare. Four boxes left. Det will fill his spare. Coming up shortly, Steve with some work to do to keep that championship. Back with more after this. On the stretch they go, 2 veteran bowlers and 2 good ones engaged here in the championship match. Det Klein and Steve Vadney, and Det with the lead as a challenger right now.
And you can add to that with this first ball.
Det in the 7th, following the spare in the 6th.
Can't take full advantage of it, though. Only 4 on the spare. 4 horsemen to the right, plus the 7 and the 9 pins. So a piece of wood in behind the 1 and the 3 should help. Got to have the head pin, though. That's what he wanted to do.
Gets him up to 65 in this game.
Well, as we said a couple weeks ago, I will be out for the next 4 weeks after today, and sitting in for me will be the Hall of Famer Mike Morgan.
Looking forward to it. Not you leaving, just, you know, Mike, you know, joining us.
It should be fun. That was a little quick, John, with that.
Oh, it was endorsing Mike. It wasn't, you know,
okay.
To you.
I get a little sensitive there, because,
right.
You know. But no, seriously, folks, it should be a lot of fun. Mike Morgan will be sitting in here, and I'll see you in a month. I'm just going away for a month TV time, though, right?
As far as you know at this point,
I mean,
a lot depends on how it goes for Mike and the audience response, and if there's a deluge of emails, something.
Nine and 10 left for Steve, and he's still looking for his first mark this last game.
And here's the biggie now, opposite the mark from Det in the 8th. Det had that strike.
Yeah, there's only a 10-pin deficit right now. Box is completed. You're absolutely right. He has to match this mark.
have to do it with a spare.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a good one, too. Then 1, the 9, and the 10. Piece of wood in behind the head pin. Remains to be seen if that's going to help him. No.
It's looking good for Det Klein to dethrone the champ.
Well, the lead is 11 for Det Klein, plus the fill of the strike in the 8th. So he's still got to tend to business. Double mark could still win it for Steve, depending on this fill.
And it is a fill of 5
so far. 3-6-10 on the right with the 2-4 on the left.
There's the second one. Total of 7 on that fill. And an 8 box to 90. 212 total plus the final box.
Here we go, Jed. Here we go. Here we go.
Dropped 3.
Oh, that was huge. As you all well know, that's a great shot, but it was a clutch mark in the 10th. You see the replay.
One more ball to add to the total. Leads at 36 plus this ball. 44 the edge. Steve Vadney has a big hill to climb here in the final 2 boxes.
Needs 116 to tie, 117 to win.
And he starts it perfectly.
Needs another one of those. Must have a strike. How did that not stand this? How did it not go down? It was half over. Wow.
That close.
That might have been the match.
We'll get one more, but it won't be enough. Watch the reaction from Steve.
He knew this was good.
Staggering him backwards in disbelief.
Unbelievable. So even with a strike, he'd be a couple pins short.
He'll get 6 more, so it's an 8-pin victory, 230 to 222. Det Klein surviving. We're back to wrap it up after this. back for the wrap up, and one pin making all the difference.
If that fell and it was a double strike, there's the match.
Det Klein, the champ, he'll be back next week. Hope you are too, right here on CN8 for the Candlepin Challenge.